Morning. It's a lovely morning here on the bank of the dam. It's Bruce Arthur from Ozartifacts.com, and today I thought we might talk about stone flaking. The ancient hominin started stone flaking probably nearly 1 million years ago. Homo erectus started making stone axes to help with hunting game and cutting down timber. So basically, as we went through the millennia, man learned how to make better stone tools. So he started with a single-sided stone axe, similar to what we found here. These are from the Western Downs. You can see that it's only flaked on one side. So Homo erectus learned how to do this. Here's another one found out in Western Queensland, a single-sided flaked stone axe. So basically, don't do this at home until you've got safety goggles. Good piece of cowhide. Basically, Stone Age man started with a platform, suitable fine grain rock, which quite often he threw into the fire to make it easier to flake. You can see on this rock here where this has been flaked a long time ago by the patiner on the stone. So want a good firm grip on the rocks, plus a hammer stone. So or indenter. So we have the platform or the core and the indenter, which is round. So when it strikes the edge, it's virtually striking at the same angle each time we strike the edge. Basic percussion flaking. First strike, we've got a flake good enough to skin a kangaroo. Basic percussion flaking. There is a very sharp piece of a flake which could be used in its present state to skin an animal. So we can see the ventral side of the flake of the platform where it came off, and you can see the percussion rings, so you know that's been flaked. But today I'd like to talk about the fine art of making stone spear points. This is how good they got at stone flaking, a bifacially flaked stone spear point from 10,000 years ago in North America. So this has been notched in the corners to make it easier to get into a wooden handle, an arrow or a spear. So we're going to have a go at making something similar to this. The ancient man would have used a antler horn or a humerus or part of a bone from an animal that they'd killed. So this is getting to, you know, early Homo sapiens. This is what they did to start making a spear point. Now there's a lot of work, a fine art in doing this, and I'm no expert, but I've got the beginnings of a spear point. So that can be flaked on both sides. So that antler billet has got to go roughly in a straight line to the edge of that material. And if you want to straighten the edges up, you can use it parallel. Getting there slowly. Now it's essential that you rasp these edges so they don't crack away and you lose the point. With a bit of fine sandstone or that's grinding wheel. So that was percussion flaking. Now you can use pressure flaking to finish off the edges. Now, of course, Stone Age man didn't have a copper pressure flaker, but I know the Australian Aboriginals used to use a boomerang to sharpen their spear points. So basically, they'd use a pressure flake boomerang to do pressure flaking. Similar to this. Now they made the edge of their spear points serrated on purpose, and I'll show you. Here we have a Kimberley point, a replica of the famous Aboriginal Kimberley point. Fine, delicate work done by Australian Aboriginals 100 to 500 AD. So that's the level of expertise Australian Aboriginals got to. Now they made that serrated on purpose, so when it went into the animal it would eat into the flesh, and as they chased it, it would get weaker and weaker, and it might take a couple of days to bring that animal down, but eventually it would eat into the flesh and bring them down, and then they'd get their point back. So this spear point was collected in northwestern Australia at Point George 4 in 1910. Australian Aboriginal Kimberley point. And the coup de grace of stone flaking must surely be the Egyptian Hertzian ripple knife. If you could just have a look at this work of art done by the ancient Egyptians. These knives date to the Girtzian and early proto-dynastic eras between 5400 and 5150 years ago, and are characteristic of the pre-dynastic period of Egyptian prehistory. So the ancient Egyptians used these for embalming and all sorts of cutting work. Most known examples of these knives have been purchased, but it's presumed they came from looted tombs, and they did find these in buried pharaohs' tombs broken in half. I don't know why they broke them in half, but that was a symbol that they could be used in the afterlife as well. Now that is finely ground on the back. Would have taken hours, thousands of hours to get that smooth, and that edge there would be sharper than a stainless steel knife. The coup de grace, perfect example of expert stone flaking craftsmanship. So I hope we've learnt something from today's little episode. If you want to know more, check out our website www.ozartifacts.com. So it's signing off, Bruce Arthur, till episode 2. Bye!